Hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Relly. Um, this is something different for me. Um, I want to share my ideas, my thoughts, my opinions, how I feel, and kind of just be like an open book. Maybe provide some healing therapy for myself, and maybe for others as well who might be going through the same thing that I'm going through as well. I feel like I have a lot of relatable experiences, and I've been through a lot in my few years that I've been alive. So maybe I can help somebody, and maybe they can help me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very open with that, and I just want to talk about mental health. That's something that honestly I've been struggling with for a while now. Um, I've had it for years. I've been depressed since my teen years. And it wasn't until my 20s that I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And that put a lot of things in perspective for me. And that helped me realize that why I was acting the way I was acting, why things were different to me, or why things appeared to be where they were, or how I handle situations when I handle them. And it took a good therapist to really sit down and be like, hey, this is when you're having a manic episode, this is when you're having a depressed episode. Because for many of you who don't know what bipolar disorder is, it is basically you have two polar opposites, you have two moods. Because bi meaning two. So you have a mood where you're very up, or you have a mood where you're very down. So sometimes you can feel euphoria, feel very happy, feel excited, feel joy. You might want to go on shopping sprees. You just sex drive might be elevated, things like that. And then when you're low, you're very low. So you're depressed, you're sad, you're hopeless, you feel helpless. And those are the very lows of bipolar disorder. So once, and I had figured that I was bipolar disorder for a long time. Um, I had told my mom, because I looked up symptoms. I'm not saying I'm a doctor or nothing like that, but I'm the type of person, I like to do my research. I like to know, okay? So I did my research, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of got a lot of these symptoms. And I told my mother, and she's like, no, 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 no. You're not bipolar. You're not. I'm like, okay. And then it was until I seen the right psychiatrist and they diagnosed me because I told them how I was feeling. And everything that I was feeling identified honestly with bipolar disorder. So this is something I've been struggling with for years, since my teenage years. And it's still just a everyday thing. I try to cope and I try to do what I can do, but it's not easy. But now that I have the knowledge to know fully what I am dealing with, I can be like, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. How do we go about it and fix it? So, if anybody you know out there who is struggling with that, it's okay. They're not alone. And honestly, it takes several diagnoses just to even be diagnosed that you're bipolar. Sometimes it's missed. And that's what happened to me. Mine was missed a couple times. And I knew something wasn't right. I knew then, I'm like, I'm still not feeling right. You're putting me on this medication, but it ain't really fixing it. It's not helping. And you got to get to the root of the problem. You got to figure out what is really going on. What the problem is. Because you don't know what the problem is, you can't even start to begin with a solution.